What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the series finale of our Wolves career mode, and today we are just going to run through some of the squad stuff, the normal stuff we do in the finale. Of course, last episode we won the Premier League and then immediately went and lost 4-2 to Atletico Madrid after winning the first leg 4-3 to go out of the Champions League. So unfortunately we didn't get to do the treble this year, but it is what it is. Let's take a look at the standings. Wolves, top there. We beat out Manchester City by 8 points. That's pretty decent. Not too bad, is it? 29-2-7. Chelsea finishing third. Tottenham fourth. Liverpool fifth. Leicester City sixth. Manchester United eighth. Arsenal ninth. Anyone else crazy? West Brom, Nottingham Forest, and Fulham go down. You don't expect too much different from that. So it is what it is. But as I said, going out in the Champions League was difficult for us to take. There's City beat Atletico Madrid 1-0 in the final. It is disappointing. It is definitely disappointing. We snuck through against Barca, a great comeback. We just couldn't come back against Atletico Madrid in the end. The advantage was too much, and we were making too many mistakes. Let's take a look at how some of the other things went. We will take a quick look at the Europa League, how that went. And then we'll go through some of the other big divisions, of course, and then we'll take a look at how our players did this season. Real Madrid beat Arsenal in the final of the Europa League. Sociedad in there, Leverkusen. Juventus were in here too. Arsenal knocked them out. A very good Europa League this year. Is Napoli, Chelsea both in there? Roma, Ajax. Oh my god. And those are all Champions League teams there a lot of the time. That is incredible, that Europa League. Let's take a look at how the other leagues did. As we said, Ligue 1, of course, PSG win the league. 36 wins from 38 and 2 draws, no losses, 110 points. And second was Lyon on 85. So, I mean, a 25-point gap. That is a pretty huge gap. Lyon, Marseille, Lille, of course, which is the career we're doing right now, which will run after this one and beyond. And then we also, have nothing crazy here in France. France is normally pretty straightforward the way they end up. Bundesliga, Bayern win the league by 10 points. Hertha Berlin and Leverkusen second and third on 73 points. And then Dortmund one behind that. Leipzig, our first team this year, of course, finishing fifth. Not too great from them. Schalke not getting relegated, which would be a surprise, of course, in real life, though they've seemingly getting a touch better. Juventus wins Serie A by 1 point. They beat out Milan. 11 draws for Milan. That's where that did it there. Inter in third, Atalanta fourth, Napoli fifth, Roma sixth, and Fiorentina. Lazio down in ninth. They'll be disappointed with that. But another league that's at the top, very, very fun. But after that, it's pretty straightforward. And then we have La Liga. Barcelona win the league by 8 points. No losses, 11 draws. Real Madrid with 4 losses there. Atletico Madrid finishing third. Valencia fourth. Sevilla, Sociedad, Villarreal, Getafe. Betis down in 12th. Bilbao down in 13th. They'll be disappointed with that. Malaga finishing dead last. That is a pretty straightforward one there. No crazy surprises, but, not too many surprises normally in those things. But let's take a look at our team this year. 57 appearances for Patricio, only 9 clean sheets. That's always our thing. Johnny, 33 appearances, 2 goals, 2 assists. Patricio's 35. I'm not sure if he'd start declining. If we were to do another year, would I look for another goalkeeper, perhaps? Johnny, 29 as well. 2 goals, 2 assists, 5 clean sheets, and 33 appearances. Of course, a very good player. Nuri, 1 goal, 3 clean sheets, and 23 appearances. Would have liked to get him more playtime, but he's still only 22. Still plenty of time to grow. Connor Cody, 27 appearances, 3 goals, or 3 assists, 3 clean sheets. Of course, missed a lot of time in that injury. It's difficult, of course. Joe Gomez, 42 appearances, 1 assist, 5 clean sheets. Still only 26 and should continue to get better. Tomori, 25 appearances, 2 goals, 2 assists. a pretty good third option or fourth option, depending on how you look at it. A very good player indeed. Foyth, 23 appearances, no goals, no assists. A player we'd probably move on in the summer if we stayed. He's starting to come into his prime. Somebody would buy him out there. Unfortunately, he's just like our fifth option, so it's sixth option, really. We got Coop Miners there, so it's not really important to keep him around, but still a pretty decent player. Coop Miners, 35 appearances, 3 goals, 9 assists. Of course, playing center back and midfield this year. 84 overall at the age of 25. Still plenty of room to grow. Den Donker missed a chunk of the year, didn't he? And we missed him in huge portions of the season. 12 appearances, 1 goal, 3 clean sheets. A very, very good player. Still only 28, so he can really kind of gain that back, but, you know, not a ton there. We could have done. And then we moved down. Lewis Richards made a couple of appearances at center back when we were in that crisis right before the January window when we bought Tamorian. Marquez, of course, made a couple, 2 appearances there. Well, 1 appearance, really. He kind of had 1 appearance in the preseason cup. Semedo, 39 appearances, 7 assists, 5 clean sheets. A very good player. Obviously 90 overall. He's 29. Still has a couple of years left at the top. Buta, 28 appearances, 4 goals, 3 assists, and 3 clean sheets. An excellent player, and whoever told me to buy him at the beginning of the career mode, I thank you so much, because he is such an excellent player. Versatile, can play all up and down that side. And you have a sub for right wing and right back and right mid if you play that way. On the bench, you have that whole side covered by just his 1 spot on the bench. He's an excellent player. 26, can still grow like him. Deion Sanderson made it his appearance in the preseason cup. Keanu Hoover, 21 appearances this year, 2 assists. I would love to continue to get him appearances. He's still only 21 and should continue to grow into a pretty decent player. I would love to have him at a place where I can really develop him, but it's difficult. Guendouzi, 85 overall now, 42 appearances, 2 goals, 11 assists on the year. An excellent player. Does really well to break up some of those tackles in midfield. A really, really good buy for us. As I said, still only 24. Can get really high up there. St. Maximin, 46 appearances, 11 goals, 14 assists. A great player. He's at 87 overall. The problem with St. Maximin is that he kind of drifts in and out of games. There are games where he's just invisible, and there are games where he takes over. I'd like him to be a little bit more consistent, but still an excellent, excellent player. Rene Adelaide, 23 appearances, 10 goals, 5 assists. A really good player to have around. 82 overall at the age of 25. I don't know if I'd move him on. If we got a good bid, I'd probably move him on. The problem is he's 5th, 6th kind of option down there. We have a lot of good midfielders, so it's difficult to really get him the playtime he probably deserves. Vitinha here, 21 appearances, 3 goals, 6 assists, 74 overall, 23 years of age. Should grow into a pretty decent player. 78, 79 overall range, I would think. Especially if he's only playing 20 or 21 appearances a season. But a really good player to have around. He plays a lot better than he looks. And, of course, he seems to be happy at his role, or in his role at the club. So, I mean, that's just one of those things you got to keep around. Whenever you find a really good player that's comfortable just playing a couple of times a year, you got to keep hold of those players, and Vitinha is one of them. But still only 23, as I said, can really grow going forward. Renato Sanchez, 84 overall, 25 years of age, 40 appearances, 14 goals, 25 assists. An excellent, excellent player. And he came off the bench quite a bit. So, I mean, that's almost a goal contribution a game. He's one off, I think. On a lot of appearances off the bench. An excellent, excellent player. He is starting with us in our Lille career mode. Obviously, he plays for Lille in real life. So, a really, really fun player who gets to move on into our next series, of course. Ruben Neves, 43 appearances, 15 goals, 18 assists. Only 26 still. He seems to have been around forever. He's still only 26. And at 90 overall, just an excellent, excellent midfielder. Sam Lucas, 42 appearances, 20 goals, 26 assists. What a player we got right to start here. He's 85 overall now at the age of 20. Incredible. And he was in our academy when we started. It can't really get much better than that. Danny Andrade, 72 overall. He's grown 4 overall this year. And he's only 18. 9 appearances, 1 goal, 4 assists. He can play midfield as well. We're pretty packed in midfield, but He's probably, he might be a better fit in midfield, but, you know, I would love to have been able to grow him, but it's not going to happen, unfortunately, for us. Daniel Puddens, 38 appearances, 6 goals, 13 assists, a lot of those off the bench. Can play across all the front three. Excellent player to have around. 27 coming into his prime at 84 overall. I mean, he's not complaining. He's playing a bit. A great player. Neto, 26 appearances, 8 goals, 4 assists. Another player that's, I don't want to say being phased out of the team, but it's one of those players who isn't playing as much as I'd love him to play. 79 overall at the age of 23. Can grow into a good player. It's just we are so talented up front. It's just difficult. Traore, 48 appearances, 24 goals, 11 assists. Still only 27. Got 5 or 6 years still left at the top, you would feel. 90 overall. I mean, there's not much more you can say about him. He's been the player of our career mode, probably. Fabio Silva, 40 appearances, 44 goals, 18 assists. He started to get goals toward the end of the season. He started really slow, but he's really turned it around. Still only 20, by the way. 79 overall. I don't know what his overall cap is, but I assume we'd reach it if he'd stay, because Jimenez is 32, 90 overall, 44 appearances, 57 goals, 21 assists. I mean, I don't have it on me, but his goals across the entire career mode, I mean, what more could you say? Stunning amount of goals. I've never scored so many goals with one player in any career mode in the season or anything. I've never done anything like that. Osimhen last year in one of our career modes had a ton of goals one year. But Jimenez did it consistently for 3 seasons. I mean, there's not much more we can say, guys. And that is going to be it. That is our Wolves career mode. This is the lineup. St. Maximin, Jimenez, Traore, front 3. Lucas, Neves, Guendouzi. Then Johnny, Gomez, Connor Cody, Semedo right in front of Patricio, guys. Thank you so much for the support through this entire series. As I said, we'll be moving on to Lille and just running Lille for the moment. And then Benfica and Brentford, I believe, will be the next 2. And I think that'll probably take us really close to the new FIFA. So we've got ourselves a plan going forward, and hopefully you guys are on board for that. But as I said, thank you so much for the support on this series. It's been absolutely excellent, and I've loved every second of it, guys, and I hope you have too, guys. But that is going to be it. I hope you folks have enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more. And peace.